Hello everybody and welcome back to Art History. This previous week we started talking about a woman named Mary Cassatt. Mary Cassatt. And Mary Cassatt was famous for painting pictures of women and children. Like these two women with this little baby. This mama with all of her kids at the beach. And this picture. And even though Mary was a woman, she was able to become pretty successful in art in a time in which only men painted. And she was an American to do it in Europe. So that was kind of groundbreaking for the time. Last week we read Mary Cassatt, Extraordinary Impressionist Painter. And we learned all about her life and how she went from America to Paris to work on painting. And she became friends with Edgar Degas, who someone we'll talk about next week. So we will go through our flashcards really quickly, and then we'll move on to what your project for this week will be. All right, friends, what is that one? A marker. Good, good. And this one? Paint, and it's in a bucket. Excellent. And what do we use that one for? Painting, and it's a paintbrush. And we put all of our paints on here when we're getting ready to paint. It is a paint palette. Paint palette. And we have these in the classrooms. An easel. This one is a tricky one. It's pen and ink. Pen and ink. These are kind of like if you mixed a crayon and chalk together. It's called pastels. What's that one? Oh, fabric. You're right. It is fabric, but there's another name that we have for it in art. It's called a textile. We talked about this a lot when we talked about Faith Ringgold because she's famous for textile art. Your parents have these at home and they are great to cut up and use the pictures out of. They're not a newspaper, but they are a magazine. Good. Beads, excellent. We use those to make jewelry in the classroom, right? Oh, spray paint. What do we do with spray paint? We shake it up, and then we spray it. Good. What do you think that one is? Okay, it is technically a statue. That is right. There's another word for it when we talk about it in art, and that's sculpture. Good. Okay, here's that one. Oh, portfolio. A portfolio. It's where we store all of our art in one place, right? Oh, this one, kind of like Play-Doh. But we have to really work it in our hands to get it to go. It's clay. And we use this outside, more on the sidewalks to draw. Chalk, yes. And then these two kids are what? They are painting. But what is it when you paint? What are you then? You're an artist. Good. And we use these to draw and to write. Pencils. And these we use to color. Crayons, excellent. And these are glue. You're right, what's that one? Glue bottle and glue stick. Good. And this is our trickiest one of all. Does anybody remember what that is? It's a color wheel. Good. And the first colors that we have, the first ones that we talk about always are red, yellow, and blue. And those are our primary colors. Excellent. And when we mix primary colors together, we get new colors. And those colors are called secondary colors. Good. And when we mix the primary colors and the secondary colors, we get even more colors. And those are called tertiary colors. Excellent work, friends. All right, so I had asked your parents to send in a picture with you. And so if you don't have one, that's okay. Maybe there's one in the classroom already of you and your family. I know a lot of classrooms have those in the room. And if not, that's okay. Why don't you try to go find a book with a picture of family in it so you can look at that. But I brought two of me and my mom and me and my grandma when I was little. So this is me and my mom. You can see I'm right here. I'm very little, and I'm in this very big gown because I was baptized. That's a baptismal gown. And there's my mom holding me. And then I have another picture, and there's my grandmother, and there's me. You see that little head of red hair? That's Miss Bridget. So I would say you could use these as, we're going to use a new word, inspiration. Inspiration means it inspires you, so it gives you ideas on what to do. So you would take your picture and you would use it as inspiration. Can we say it together? Inspiration for a painting. I would like you to paint this week. Now, Mary Cassatt, she did some work in some really bright tones. We talked about that last week. Jewel tones. You can see the green is really deep and the red of the little girl's hair is very red. And in this painting, you can see there's a lot of pinks and purples and blues. And then in this painting, we see this dark kind of teal color back here. And those are called jewel tones. So they're like a very deep, rich color in the color of jewels, so like rubies and gems. So a lot of teals and deep reds and purples and pinks and magentas, and those are all jewel tones. And so I would like you to use either paint or watercolor. You can use either, or you could even use paint sticks. I would like you to use any of those tools to create a painting inspired by a picture of you as a baby. All right, friends, I look forward to seeing what you get done in art history this week. And next week, we will move on to the works of Edgar Degas. I look forward to talking to you then. Bye.